This van was loaned to me as mine failed a warrant because of rust, and I set off on the 24th of January, had an ice cream on Waihi Beach and carried on down to Terry at Pukahina. He took me on a wonderful trip around the orchard and explained the production, which is massive. Windbreak of corn along the side. When I got to the South Island, there's still massive roadworks going on along the Kaikoura coast after the earthquake, and there's still much more to be done. Bags of rocks are holding back the hillside in many places. They're making a lovely job of it with rest areas in strategic spots. This area had all collapsed into the sea with the earthquake and had to be rebuilt. The rail and road tunnels all had to be rebuilt. In Kaikoura now, I love these bus shelters made to look like waves, but the bay is changed. All the sea floor has been raised and these rocks have come up where they never were before. This will cause problems for the very big fishing fleet fishing the continental shelf. The reinstatement of the Christchurch Cathedral hasn't started yet. It's expected to take between 7 and 10 years. Stayed the night on the free camp at Lake Dunstan, then went on to Clyde and had a look at the dam there and the power station. Out to St.Bathens now to have a look and marvel at the beautiful white cliffs and the lake. I enjoyed the Kawarau Gorge again and stayed in Queenstown for a few days. Then up the hill over the Crown Range. Quite a climb, 1100 feet up and some very tight S-bends. Lunch beside Lake Wanaka. The Alps still showing a little bit of last winter's snow. I had lunch on a lookout over Lake Wanaka. Then an overnight stop overlooking Mount Aspiring. Next morning I walked into Fantail Falls, spent some time at the Haast Pass Bridge. Pleasant walk into Thunder Creek Falls. Heading to Hokitika, the roadworks lights have timers on them. Little wecker. I couldn't resist a stop at the Pancake rocks at Punakaiki, so I spent a fair bit of time in there. The ocean was too calm for the blowhole to be operating. On to the seal colony at Cape Foulwind. A rest area with a good view of the cars going through Hawke's Crag, then on to Picton. In the North Island now, in Taranaki, stopped at my favourite spot at Lake Mangamahoe. Then on to Rotorua, watched the geysers for a while. Ohutu was performing quite well.
But what we know, sitting within that magma chamber or water chamber,
the guide was explaining that you can't get burnt by the water coming out of the geyser because the droplets are so fine that they cool immediately.
Those waters will turn cold within seconds. Now reversing that, for example, when you turn your tap on and it's a hot water tap, it runs at full velocity, it's coming out, which is the reason why it keeps your water hot. When a geyser erupts, it's a spray, so it doesn't keep the waters all in one consistency. That is exactly why the waters turn cold within a matter of seconds of that eruption.
The long poi is a real art. On to the gift shop at T-Rail.